I do prefer the seating position on this bike, the HN, to the Marauder. I've got to be honest. I prefer the reliability of the Marauder. The Marauder is definitely more reliable, but I think when this is new, it's probably fantastically reliable. I only started having problems with it around about the time it was 3 years old, because I bought it second hand. And it had some rust on it, a little bit of rust when I bought it. I don't think the person at ACF 50'd it. So, you know, maybe they hadn't quite taken care of it the way they should, I don't know. But I only had problems with this once I started getting around about 2 and 3/4 years. I'll say nearly 3 years old. But around, definitely by around about 3 years old I was having problems with it. And I bought it when it was 2 years old. So, yeah, I've had it every year now. It's a lovely bike though, but it does have problems with it. I think it's built to be a quick, simple sell, whereas, you know, a cheap sell, and just to make a quick bit of money, whereas so are obviously the Marauders and stuff to an extent, but they were built to capitalise on the Japanese, at the time, the Japanese quality, and, you know, the reputation they got for sturdiness and quality, which to an extent the Japanese vehicles, the motorcycles, have lost a little bit now because they started to make them in other countries. But when they were made in Japan, they had a pretty much bulletproof reputation. A lot of the Japanese bikes, you know, the Hondas, the Suzukis, fantastic bikes, I've got to be honest. And yeah, much more reliable than this, but they were made out of much more durable, they're made out of much more durable, expensive parts, and they cost more as a result. You pay for the extra quality. But I will say that if anyone is on a budget, if you've only got, say, £1,000, and you want to get a brand new bike, would I say don't get one of these? No, I wouldn't. I would say go out and get one of these HNs, but be aware that probably after about 2.5 to 3 years, obviously if you keep it in good condition, it might be a lot longer than that, but after a couple of years you will start to have problems with it. And if you do have a problem with something, a big part that needs replacing and you can't get it in stock, you're going to be buggered basically, because you'll have to wait until Xmoto, their suppliers, which are Chinese motor parts online, basically until they get it in stock. The part I needed for this still isn't in stock. I managed to get it at a local breaker's yard. Otherwise, you know, I'd be buggered and I wouldn't be riding it. So you will have problems with it at some point. Well, you'll have problems with any bike at some point. Are these lights going to stay on green? But basically, yeah, I've got to be honest, I would recommend getting the one, but either get one of these brand new, these are 850 quid, you can buy them cheaper, 850 quid, or get yourself a decent second-hand one, a second-hand Japanese one. I probably wouldn't recommend getting one of these second-hand, to be honest. I bought this second-hand, and I started to have, you know, you don't know how people have looked after them. I mean, I paid £500 for this. At the time, I didn't know you could get it for £800 on brand new. So I paid, you know, £500 for this, and in retrospect, it's a lovely bike and I really enjoy the bike, but I'm just saying, you know, for a few £100 more you could buy this brand new. But I don't regret buying this bike. It's actually been a real pleasure to ride. I've really enjoyed it. And if you do get one of these, definitely go to the HM forums. If I remember, I will put this up on screen, the address of the HM forums. People on there absolutely brilliant. This would basically, without the advice of people on the HM forums, probably would be off the road, because I had a few problems with it and I didn't know anything about bikes, not much about bikes. I mean, riding them obviously, but nothing mechanically, because with the Marauder I'd never had to mess with anything, because, you know, it never went wrong. So I had to ask lots of advice on the forums, and they were absolutely brilliant on there. Fantastic guys on there, and girls of course, but absolutely brilliant people on there, and they're really helpful. So yeah, if you get one of these, definitely become a member of those forums. You won't regret it. But yeah, as for the Marauder, that well, we'll say one thing for this bike as well. Some people might not see it as a positive point, but because I've had some problems with it, it's taught me a lot about the mechanics of a bike. I've had to learn, literally had to take the side of the engine off, put a new clutch in, change parts of the bike, do a carburetor, etc., things like that. And it's made me appreciate the bike a lot more, but it's also made it so that I now know the bike a lot more I was going to say intimately, but that sounds a bit dodgy. I don't mean it in a sexual way, obviously, but I do know the bike a lot better now, more intimately, more knowledge of the bike, because I've obviously had to wait for these cars to come past. Because I've had to basically, see, just waiting for these vehicles to go past. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, because I've basically had to get to know this bike pretty well. But it's also made it so that I'm now much more mechanically aware. I'm much, well, their lights are going to red again. I'm much more aware of things mechanically, and I can do a lot more mechanically now than when I brought this bike last year. So it's been good in the sense of it's been fun to ride, and it's taught me a lot about motorbikes. It also gave me the confidence to get the Marauder done, to be honest, because I've had to do so much on that bike already, the Marauder. I've done quite a bit on this, and I've done quite a bit on the Marauder mechanically already. I've literally stripped it down to the frame. I've replaced the yoke, the top yoke, the speedometer. I rewired the bike, took the wiring loom off, put another wiring loom on, all sorts of stuff on there. And I've still got more to do, of course, as well, and repaint it, things like that, because it was stolen and basically used as an off-roader, so they hacked a lot of the stuff off, and I didn't think I'd ever get that on the road, but I'm hoping to. I gave myself about 4 weeks, and it took me well, about a week now. I'm just basically taking my time and enjoying it, yeah. I'm not rushing it. And it felt so good to be on this bike again yesterday that I was gonna put up like a vlog, and I did record one, to be honest, but I had so much fun riding this bike. I just enjoyed it. I thought, I'm not really talking, I'm just beatboxing, having fun, you know, really enjoying the ride. I saw some of the buses that I normally had to be on, well, I would have been on if I wasn't back on my bike, and I was like, I'm going to go past you, I'm going to filter past you. So I did every single one I filtered past. I was like, yes, really enjoying it, you know. Fantastic to be back on the bike. You don't realise until you haven't been out to ride your bike for a while. I'm probably the same for the people in cars as well. When you haven't been able to use your transport, you know, haven't been on your vehicle, in your vehicle, whichever it is, car or bike, you know, you do miss it, I've got to be honest. I'm just so glad that I'm back on my bike. Oh, I got the sniffles, apologise about that. Got to slow down anyway, because it's 30 mph limit. Shalamar. What is this Shalamar famous for? I'm trying to think. Is it Shalamar that do "Get ready, baby, tonight, darling, gonna make this a night to remember"? Do, 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 do. I thought it might do that. I think it is them that do that, isn't it? Welcome to Cardiff, open from 8 AM every day. Is it cool? Actually, Cardiff's open a lot earlier than 8 o'clock, but I think that's on about a particular place. In case you're wondering why I'm looking over there, I'm looking for the traffic to slow down, because then that gives you an idea that you're going to be able to go across, because the lights will change soon. There's another mark in the road there, another rut in the road. Indicate that I want to go right, I want to go left. This car can go past me. It's 30 mph limit, but I guarantee this vehicle will go straight past me. I'm doing 40, so I should really slow down. I do speed up a bit to go over the hill sometimes, I'll be honest. Anyway, this vehicle's actually, yeah, you go past me, buddy. You go past me. You go for it. Go, girl, or man, or whichever you are. Yeah, very control. That means I can go around the traffic lights today. The amount of times I've seen taxis and bus do that. buses and taxis doing that, and I thought, I wish I could do that. I can now, because I can use the bus lanes. Coolio. Have to keep an eye there in case there are some that you aren't allowed to use. But as far as I understand it, you're allowed to use any of them. Get ready to do tonight. Way. Get ready tonight. If you set the camera off, it's not me setting it off, mate. Yeah, I can use the bus lane, buddy. Yeah, been waiting ages to be able to use the bus lanes. Get ready tonight. Make this a night to remember. Get ready tonight. Whoa, are you trying to cut me out there, mate? You started to come over this side of the road, you plonker. Cool, I'm saying, now this time I would normally be over on the other side of the road by now, but the bus lane is on the left hand side and it changes over from the lane that goes to the left. So technically, to use the bus lane, I have to be in the wrong lane, if that makes any sense. Or at least I think I do. Because if I remember rightly, obviously never having used the bus lane, I think it diverges from here, goes around the traffic light, and then goes back onto it. So, I'm pretty sure I have to stay in this lane. Yeah, see, oh, that doesn't say I can use motorcycles. Oh, that's not good. It's not saying I can use it. Oh, sucks. Doesn't say you can use it yet. Get ready. Doo-doo-doo. That's not good. They haven't changed the signs. They changed it for one, but not for these ones. Oh, that sucks. So the one I wanted to use, I can't use yet. Hang on, but you can use that one down there. That doesn't make sense. You can use that one, I just can't use this one. Ha 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 ha. That's cool. Hey, I'm allowed to use these ones. It says on there. Oh yeah, I can use the bus lane legally as well. Let's see, the sign on there says I can. I bet that's going to pee everyone off. That was fun. At least I can use some of the bus lanes. Alright, so you can't use all of the bus lanes. I can't use the one bus lane I'd actually like to use then. That sucks. But I can use some of them. That made a difference when I come down here. So that's good. Again, I'm really tempted to try that road. Do you know, if I sod it, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try that road. Spur of the moment decision. Never been down it before on a motorbike in my life, but I know you can get to where I want to go this way, so I'm gonna try it. I've been down here on a bus once. Well, a couple of times actually. That's made me think about coming down here just to see what it's like. But I don't know the lane control or anything, and I know the top of the lane, top of the road, is a really strange one because it says don't turn right, but at the same time you have to turn right. Oh, I just realised I can use the bus lane. Duh. Oh, I'm not used to using the bus lanes, am I? And I can now. Which is cool. Oh, I don't need to use the bus lane anyway at the moment. And I'm allowed to use this because I am in the bus lane. I'm allowed to use the bus lane. It says I'm allowed to use the bus lane, so I'm using the bus lane. I'm in the bus lane. How cool is that? Wow. It's fun being able to use the bus lane. I think I'm going to have to get used to this. That's another bus I'd normally be on, the number 9. Yeah, I've never been down that bit on a bike before. Cool. Hey, trying something different today. Why not? See, basically, it's exactly the same. I'll show you what I mean. See the road that I'm going to turn left at the top here? I'll show you when I get down to it, but it's exactly the same road. It's just, I mean, this isn't exactly the same. I know what I mean. What I mean is that by coming the way I've just come, all I've really missed is one road. Because normally I'd have gone onto the road. I keep forgetting I can use the bloody bus lanes, can't I? Keep forgetting about that. Basically, the road that I normally come up is the one up there where these people have walked past. So normally I come straight up through there, and this time I'm going around. So there you go. Basically, where that moped has come past is where I normally come up. I've just gone a different way today. Just to be different. I was just curious what it'd be like. Now that car's turned into a bicycle. Wow, these bicycles are getting cool. Fiesta. Cool, it's a Ford Fiesta style bicycle. I wonder where the pedals are. Ah, I have no idea. I wonder where the pedals are. After all, I probably found that Shalamar didn't sing "Gonna Make This a Night to Remember." It's stuck in my head, whoever sung it now. Get ready, do tonight. Oh look, you can see my bike in the reflection of the Fiat Punto. Do-do, do-do-do-do. Penguin Green via the city centre. The number 9 bus. Whoa! I wasn't expecting that thing to be parked there in the middle of the road. Cool. Come on, buddy. Get your backside out of the road. Come on. Yeah, I don't want to run you over, love.